Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome to episode 72 of the Casual Weebs podcast. This week was absolutely phenomenal, like it always is. I feel like we gotta just jump right into it, talk about the controversy. Takopi's Original Sin has been hot all season long. It's been incredible. They dropped, episode 5? Honestly, a masterclass. So good. I went on to my server, I'm like, yo, boys, you guys see Takopi Original Sin episode 5? Like, that shit hit. That thing was absolutely incredible. It's getting review bombed. And they're like, yo, is this like the One Piece fans? Because of course, I feel like that's a staple of like the top tier anime of that season or of that year, is that people start comparing it to One Piece, like, oh, high rated than One Piece, and the One Piece fans are like, oh no, you guys got review bombs. I wonder what happened. It's like, yeah, I fucking wonder, you salty assholes. Insane, bro. Like, it did not deserve it at all. What'd you think of episode 5?
I thought it was probably maybe the episode of the year. I'm sure there's like a couple, the whole recency bias. I'm sure there's a couple that would contend with it, but apart from like just the shock value of a lot of the scenes and like the story in general, what incredible writing, dude. The switch up through that whole episode and then kind of at the end, it was like, damn, for 5 episodes, that's how you tell a story. I thought it was sensational. All the people on the hater fruit, I love One Piece too, but the only way I would see like disliking the show is if it was a little too much, because there's even scenes where I'm like, damn, this is heavy, like kind of hard to watch at times. Like I could see you not recommending that or feeling like it is a really mature show compared to, like boobies or smoking or whatever. You know what I mean? Like not as serious. Like this is pretty heavy, but absolutely no way I would give this anything less than like a 99 out of 100.
Yeah, like absolutely incredible. Like you said, like episode of the year. I don't know if I can agree with that, but it's not like I can disagree with that either. You know what I mean? Like Solo Leveling season 2 like popped off this year, and like there's a lot of other like really good episodes as well. But like it was really really good. It definitely contends. It's like in that conversation because like the twists were absolutely insane. I mean, we had the blonde girl who died, right? And our main character tries to convince the guy like, hey, yeah, take the fall for it. He's like, all right, bet. But then his brother talks him out of it. She's like, all right, fuck it. He's not gonna help me out anymore. Let's just leave. Let's just go to Japan and find my dad. They go to Japan. And that whole scene with her dad was just gut-wrenching. Like, absolutely. I didn't think that she'd even find him. You know what I mean? And then she knocks on his door. He answers, and he's like, yo, what are you doing here? And then his 2 new daughters kind of show up. She thinks that Chappie's there in the background, but it's some other random dog. She's like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, who are these girls? She's like, who's she? And the dad just denies it. Like, yeah, I have no idea who this chick is. I'm like, bro, what a piece of shit. And then Takopi tries convincing her, like, hey, like, we should just go back, tell them what happened, and just take responsibility. This is getting out of hand. She's like, oh, you're not going to help me either? And then goes to kill him. But then we see the flashback of what really happened, where the main kind of girl was actually the blonde girl that Takopi helped. When he came to Earth, it wasn't RMC. It wasn't, wait, what's her name? I wrote it down. Shizuka. It wasn't Shizuka. It was the blonde girl. And it's like, yo, you see more of her backstory. I'm like, is it like the past or is it an alternate timeline? Because things do seem a lot different. But like, seeing more about her past and everything that happened and kind of like why she really hates Shizuka. And then, her killing her mom. And Takopi's like, yo, I'm just gonna go to the past. Like, I'm gonna take care of Shizuka. Don't worry about it. I got you. She's like, all right, bet. And then ends up losing his memories. And then he ends up seeing Shizuka, forgetting that he needs to kill her, and then helps her. And it's like, dude, like, what is going on? Like, this plot is so goddamn good and so all over the place, and the twists are so absolutely insane. Dude, I got whiplash from these fucking plot twists. It's insane. Like, I thought it was genius. Like, when I saw it, I was like, dude, I never expected that, and I think that that's literally fucking genius.
Dude, it's been so good right from the beginning, like the whole build-up with everything, and now you're kind of like at the midway point of the season where we kind of realize what the whole original sin is.
Yeah.
He goes, literally uses his gadgets to go kill a 4th grade girl, which, the mother from Planet Happy is like, yeah, like, gonna erase your memories, like, you've broken the rule, you're gonna be banished from the planet. And he doesn't really care. He like still kind of commits to it, and then you can kind of see like his regret and kind of like the weight of all the decisions. Poor little Takopi's just like a cute little happy-go-lucky octopus trying to help these girls out who have a terrible life. But it kind of all comes together that like the suffering they go through is not something that you could easily just fix with like a gadget or one solution.
Yeah.
And then he kind of brings up too, like, what about all the bad things the blonde girl Marina Chan did? She's like beating the shit out of Shizuka, and like, I mean, they're young and, immature, and, like, you can kind of understand her mom kind of broke up her family. Like, sure, you'd be upset and maybe look to blame her, but yeah, I mean, she crashes out on her mom, and like you get a whole different perspective of it. I think with this second episode with Marina, like I don't know, it's hard to feel like either is truly right or truly wrong or like the MC. But yeah, Shizuka's gone, dude. She's like immediately convinces herself that like, oh yeah, Chappie got killed by like the two new daughters. It was like, yeah, I don't think that was it
Bro,
at all.
she's like, dude, the daughters ate Choppy. We have to go rip open their stomachs and recover him. I'm like, wait, she's gonna dissect two kids? Like,
She like grabs the
whoa.
gadgets. She's like, I can sneak into the house late at night with this. And Takabi's like, all right, she's crashing out.
Yeah, yo, she's got issues. But that's like the crazy thing is like in the beginning of the series, like Shizuka, we end up feeling bad for her. We're like, oh my god, dude, her life's so tough. Just feel awful for her. And it's like, bro, she's kind of fucking evil. You know what I mean? I don't like. I'm on the fence because like on one hand, like yeah, you got a tough life. On the other hand, it's like you're sadistic. Like you're straight up evil. And it's like the opposite then with the other girl, Marina is the blonde girl's name. She in the beginning, you're like, yo, you're like fucking evil. Like what the fuck's the matter with you? Like you're truly like something's like wrong with you. But now you kind of like feel for her because we're seeing a lot of her side of things. You know what I mean? And it's just like you have these two characters where it's like they're both like the fucking same. They're just swapped in each other's stories. And I feel like that was so smart and just really good writing from like each of these characters. You know what I mean? And we also have the one guy, the kid with the glasses, in like the middle. And I thought that was really interesting. Like kind of like his overlap between the two, where like the blonde girl Marina actually likes him and actually was like pursuing him, and I thought that was interesting. But meanwhile, you have Shizuka who just absolutely uses him, and he's always just caught in the middle, and it's just a disaster. But I thought it was interesting that he was in love with Shizuka both times.
Yeah, like that trauma bond where like he leans on her because of all the like validation he thinks he gets from her, whereas he doesn't get that at home. Which I think a lot of that comes from him not talking to his brother, because we've obviously seen like his brother talked him out of it. He obviously cares about the guy with the glasses, his little brother.
Yeah.
But like not that Shizuka did anything wrong, you know what I mean? He just like falls for her instead of Marina-chan, and then mom cooks this ballin' ass dinner, and like oh dude, just such a brutal scene. Like the writing is incredible, and honestly, like from every single angle, and even the kid, he's just trying to like make friends and do right, pretty much fails every single time, falls for the wrong girl, you know what I mean, ends up killing another girl. Like it's just brutal the whole way through.
Yeah, dude, that low-key scared me. Like when she made the whole dinner and like he didn't show up, I was like, Miranda, like, dude,
You
like,
knew
leave,
some shit was
like,
about to
leave,
go
leave,
down.
leave. Dude, her mom was gonna kill her, literally. I thought she was dead. I thought she was the one who was gonna die. I didn't know Marina was gonna like defend herself and like beat her to it. You know what I mean? I was like, holy fuck, bro! Like that made my skin crawl. I was like, please, just go away. Just run away. Don't face the music. Do not like, bro. That was screaming disaster. That was absolutely insane, though. Do you think that it was like a kind of like a parallel universe, though? Because I get that he said that he went back in time, but why is Shizuka kind of like well off in Marina's timeline? You see her with the actual proper uniform, but in the timeline we were used to the whole time, she was like very poor. She was in like raggedy clothes, or constantly dirty. Like it feels like it was a different kind of timeline, even though he said he was just going to the past and he was gonna like redo things.
I was kind of struggling to understand that as well, because like he would go back in time to meet fourth grade Shizuka. That's like the time period when all this like kind of takes place. She's not maybe as dirty, like she has her uniform. Like maybe are they in third grade? But then she doesn't have the scars either.
Yeah, exactly.
Marina doesn't. So like it was a little tough to follow that. Cause yeah, he said he was going back in time, but like you don't really get the same events. Like there's no scar. Like her mom's still around, so like
There's
it does feel more of an.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it feels more like an alternate timeline rather than like a linear progression. He jumps back, and this is like right before that, which would be third grade or the summer going into third grade. But the dad isn't around either. Like, would he have already left for Shizuka's mom? Like, probably not. But it's kind of hard to tell. That was the only thing that was like kind of up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be like a kind of like a parallel timeline because I feel like that's gonna be like another like twist. You know what I mean? I feel like he's gonna go maybe to like, something else. I have no idea, but like things are definitely getting insane, and I'm all for it. Especially because like, what is Takopi gonna do now? His memories are back. You know what I mean? Like, and right now, like kind of like where he is that Shizuka's like trying to kill him, right? Because that was all like a flashback. Or kind of like his memories like flooding back in. So present day, he's still in Tokyo with Shizuka as she's about to bash his fucking head in with a rock. Kind of excessive, bro. Like both of them need therapy. Both Marina and Shizuka like need therapy desperately. Like fuck, but like, bro, it's absolutely insane. This series has been nothing shy of incredible. It makes perfect sense of why it has a warning in the beginning of every goddamn episode, and also why it's rated so high. So One Piece fans, you can try to trash it all you want. Peak's peak, all right. You can't take that away. You can put as many 1 stars as you want, but yeah, let's move on to Gachiakuta. I mean, we got to get into that. Like, what an amazing dude.
Okay.
I'm stoked. You know how every episode we bring up, fuck Crunchyroll, puts in the comment section. Bro, I told my server, I'm like, listen, boys, we're doing anime watch parties now. I don't give a fuck. On Discord, I'm streaming anime. We're watching it together. This season, Gachiakuta every Sunday, we're fucking watching that together. We're gonna have, like, a little chat open so we can, like, talk or type as we watch them. Like, we're bringing back the Crunchyroll comment section. Crunchyroll doesn't want to do it? Fine. We will. Fuck you, Crunchyroll, alright? Plain and simple. Gachiakuta this week was absolutely incredible. I mean, so unbelievably funny. We finally met, like, the full crew. Is that, like, the full crew? Those 4?
Yeah, I would say that's like your main cast. Like, there's a lot of other side characters, but I wouldn't say those 4 pretty much, and maybe a couple others are in almost every arc, or are in every arc.
All right, yeah, thank God, because like those 4 are like absolutely awesome. Dude, we gotta go back to it, like with the fight scene with the plunger.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Oh, dude, you know what's actually like really crazy? Like, and I gotta give like hats off to Rudo. Like, he actually was like kind of like the bigger person here in this little fight. Like, he was kind of listening back to his dad's words, and he's like, hey man, like, I'm really sorry. Like, that meant a lot to you, that stick. I didn't mean to like take it. Like, I really am sorry. And I like how they kind of like made up. But then he, like, tries to smile and it ruins everything. He's like, you fucking making fun of me? He's like, what the fuck is that face? He's like, dude, I'm just smiling. It's like, no, what is wrong with you? Who calls that to smile? And then they just throw hands, and I'm like, bro, like, they prolong that so long. I'm like, yeah, just fight at this point. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I thought that was awesome. Like, I didn't really get that from Rudo. Like reading the manga, but like, yeah, he's like, oh, I've successfully like diffused an argument for the first time. Like, he's really trying to be the bigger man and like, not only apologize, but like express that he wasn't doing it on purpose. He's trying to get his money back, which is like, again, obviously a setup from Engine.
Yeah,
like, he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, dude, and the smiles were hysterical. Zanka gets so offended, and then they're like, yeah, at this point, you just gotta scrap. And Rudo just grabs whatever's next to him. You know what I mean? There's literal trash everywhere. I'm like, oh yeah, it grabs like a metal bar or a pole. Like, that's a good makeshift weapon. Yeah. You see Zanka start freaking out, and you're like, man, what did he turn this bar into? Quite the opposite. It was a straight up plunger with shit all over it, which not a bad weapon, honestly.
Dude, I actually wanted to throw up because he realizes it after he's like, wait, what's on my face? He's like, oh my god, this is shit. He's like, there's I'm like, bro, like, stop. And then you just look at Rudo, and he's got like he's like holding it out as like a plunger with like poop dropping off of it. I'm like, oh,
just dripping off of it.
So gruesome, gross. Dude. And he's like, hey man, I'm just kidding. Like, truce. Let's not fight. It's not fight. He's like, no, we're scrapping now. Like, Rudo's like not being the bigger person anymore. He's like, you wanna fucking go? We're going. It's like flinging the fucking plunger all over the place.
Just an insane way to fight. Like, in episode 2, he gets kidnapped. He like turns all these chains into weapons, and now my man's literally throwing poop around. Like, the duality of it makes Gachiakuta really funny, and that was like the perfect way to introduce Zanka, I think.
Bro, that was also like so cool. Like, Zanko's such an awesome character. It seems like I cannot wait for him to like really kind of get into teaching Rudo. I love that he was like so surprised. He was like, wait, like, his power is that he can use anything. Like, anything becomes a makeshift weapon to him. You know what I mean? Like, what do they call those weapons?
I know in the manga it's called a jinki, which is the Japanese word for whatever it is for.
It doesn't matter. But he's like, oh, that's so impressive that his like ability is to make
vital instrument. You can make anything a vital instrument.
Yeah, so he's like it's so cool that like wow, like his power makes anything into a vital instrument. Like, that's absolutely insane. I'm like, dude, wait until he figures out that he can do it with multiple items. And he can actually change the item. Because it changed, remember he put spikes on them last time? So, like, dude, I feel like he's gonna like freak the fuck out when he see what Rudo can really do. Like, that's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to see him start to train. It's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, Zanka's a good teacher for him, but like, I think the thing I'm most excited for, like, 24 episodes in, he'll start getting pretty strong. Like, he's the MC, he's pretty OP, but like, it takes a while for him to like really learn, because he's trying to like learn to be like a decent person and grow emotionally because he's still young, but also like learn to fight and like get back up to the sphere and avenge his dad and all this stuff. Yeah, he gets really strong, and like, they're setting up his abilities and like the power system really, really well. I think without giving too much in the beginning or pulling like a Jujutsu Kaisen and kind of never telling you how the fuck all this stuff works.
Well, it's so funny to bring up JJK because everyone says Engine's the new Gojo. right? And Engine did one of the most Gojo fucking things you can possibly
Yes.
do, where he's like, he pays for Rudo's doctor's visit, he pays for his lunch, and then we end up finding out, hey, by the way, I paid for that because I sold your clothes and I'm using that money. And it's like, you know what? I thought you were a nice guy. You're just an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, by the way, like, actually, you can have the money. I actually sold your clothes, and that's how I've been paying for
It's
everything.
yours.
Yeah. And he was like, bro, I thought you were nice. I said thank you. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I think he has that like Gojo aura, but
Mm-hmm.
he's like all Gojo. He's tatted up, you know, he smokes, he's got piercings, he's like kind of diabolical,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also, yeah, like super smart. And I feel like he, from what we've seen in the first or second episode, maybe, or the end of the first episode, he's definitely OP.
Yeah.
Engine is definitely strong, but even in the manga, like 140 chapters later, we really don't know too much about him. Just that he's probably one of the strongest cleaners.
Yeah, I do. I cannot wait to see like more of him. Like especially fighting, he seems so cool, and I feel like he's gonna be so like vital to the crew as well. Like just interaction wise, because we already saw what he did between Rudo and who's the other guy, the blue guy.
Zanka.
Yeah, Zanka. I mean, we already saw the way he orchestrated that absolute shit show, literally. Like,
Well done, baby. That was a good one. That was a good one.
I had that one loaded up. I was like, all right. But the red hair girl is now being introduced as well too, and I love how she's like playing with his hair. She has like a thing for hair, I guess. Because like, isn't her weapon also scissors?
Yeah, honestly, she's my favorite. Her and
Mm-hmm.
Rudo are a nasty duo. They're really good. And
Really?
I feel like she has the most mystery behind her. She's really sweet to Rudo, but she's got like a crazy attitude. I definitely am a big fan of Rio.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about her. Like people are saying that they absolutely love her, that she's so cool, she's so badass. Like it seems like she's gonna be like a huge character in the story. Someone was saying, I got kind of excited about this. They weren't saying. I saw like an edit where people were like showing her and like, oh, like the girlfriend, and like, nah, like this is the real girlfriend, and they switched to, like somebody else. So apparently there's gonna be another character that's like super badass that's gonna be introduced later on, which I'm excited to kind of see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm hoping since we're getting 24 episodes, we're gonna be getting introduced to some of these other characters as well, not just the main group. It's like 24 is a lot. Like, how many chapters is Gachiakuta? We gotta be catching somewhat like up, because I'm pretty sure
I
that
think
12
it's like
episodes,
141.
and a 12 episode series is kind of like season is like 60 sometimes, and we're between like 40 to 60 chapters. I mean, we could be catching up to the manga, which I think is going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm so excited to see these fight scenes coming up, the interaction between these four, and then also meeting a lot of these other characters that people are saying are so fucking cool as well later on. Season's going
The
to be
cast of the
incredible.
villains, yeah, dude, I think it is. The cast of like the villain group is really, really good. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think they'll take their time and kind of give us sometimes to really like the villains because they're awesome. They're a little bit different, and they each match up with like the main cast. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
very even amount of like people. They all kind of like pick their guy, or like their opponent, so to speak. I think that sets up really, really nice. And I don't know how far we'll get into it, or if there's a lot of like anime only scenes and stuff, but by the end of the season, everybody is going to be a fan. It is really, really good. But once you get more into like the characters and the plot, I think it'll really pop off.
Bro, I cannot wait. Like, this is by far easily my favorite of the season. Like, it's so good.
Yes.
Like, and it has so much more to come. It is going to be absolutely goated. I'm all for it. Let's get into Kaiju 8. Let's get into the Kaiju 8, bro. I feel like every time we fucking do like the podcast, I always wear the shirt, and people probably think it's like my only fucking shirt. I just absolutely love this shirt. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite day of the week's the day I wear this. Like,
It's phenomenal. Absolutely. I think of that every time. I'm like, oh, did I wear this shirt last week? Like, can't have them thinking I don't have any clothes here.
I know, right? But listen, it's because Kaiju H is so good. You know what I mean? And like, I gotta say, was it Nanami's his name? Bro, he's so fucking cool. The Squad One captain.
Oh
I
yeah, Narumi, dude, he's a
Narumi. Where did I
beast.
get fucking Nanami from? That's from some other anime.
No, don't.
Like Narumi's a beast. All right,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what I meant, bro. I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. I think episode 2 was phenomenal. It was really, really good. I'm loving Team 1. Team 1 is just so badass. And I love how Shinomiya absolutely made her mark instantly. They're like, alright, Shinomiya, let's see what you can do. Like, Squad 1, back her up. And then they're just like, what the fuck? Like, she doesn't need backup. Like, she's literally striving to be at the level of the captains. And, like, she's, like, getting there. You know what I mean? Like, she's just fucking shit. Even her dad was kind of sitting like, oh my god, that's my daughter? Like, what the everyone in, like, the control room was like, what the fuck? She just killed one. Oh my god, she killed another. And she's just like, nah, I gotta be faster. I gotta hit harder. Bro, I thought she was gonna, like, cut the, like, city in half with that second kill, when she's like, I gotta, like, hit harder. I was like, holy fuck. She put that thing to the floor.
Dude, so sick. I was kind of maybe expecting this in the first season, but she finally showed out. And like, I mean, her dad is the director, so you know she's got talent. She's like an incredibly highly ranked recruit. It was super nice to see her going off, and she finally pays back Kafka for saving her a couple times in season 1. So she repaid the favor. It was cool to see her shine, but also like you said, at the level of like the captains, and I forget if it's Hoshina or somebody was like, they say to him like she might, or to Narumi, she might be like as good as you were or better than you were in your first year. And of course he gets all offended, but kind of like power scale Shinamiya to be like really, really tough, which I love to see. Yeah, our fucking main villain, our terrorizing, the guy who's terrorizing the cast is back. Kaiju number 9 literally will not go the fuck away.
Dude, I hope he doesn't, because Alejandro Saad voices him, and of course, anyone Alejandro Saad voices, we gotta have in the anime at all times. You know what I mean? Front and center, let's go. I'm super excited that he's back. I think it's gonna make for some badass fight scenes. He popped up, and there were some fight scenes between him and Kafka at the end of season 1 that were just absolutely insane. It was incredible. Like, so good. So I cannot wait for Kafka to not have to hide, you know, from the defense force now, and be able to, like, fight with them against Kaiju 9. That's gonna be amazing. If he gets his performance issues under the way, like, come on, old man. Like, you're not that old. Like, get it together. Transform. What is this anxiety you got going on here? Like, he can't change? Like, bro. He's gotta work that out.
Yeah, like, you can see he's still kind of, like, hesitant and scared from his fight with the director, who is also, like, probably the strongest guy in the defense force, like, pushing him to his limits.
Yeah.
It's like, that kind of speaks for itself. Like, I think you'd be all right, Kafka. But the fucking whole lead up to the battle is him training and running the extra miles and spending the extra time. And then my man can't do shit. It was like, what is all this training for? Go back to drinking beer and smoking, you know what I mean? You were able to transform that.
Well, that's what I'm like, bro, they gotta give Kafka more credit, bro, because that was the same thing in season 1, where he always did the extra mile, where he always did like extra push-ups, extra weight room stuff, extra running, extra cardio, you know what I mean? And then like we see him in like the bath scene where he's got like the fucking big belly, and it's like, bro, like he's putting in way more work than that. And it's like the same thing in season 2, where you see him like doing much more, and you're like, oh, dude, like he like has to be like catching up. He has to be getting some kind of edge or advantage here. And it's like, nope. Like, bro's just fucking old. Like, if he's not Kaiju 8, like, he's just not doing a whole lot. And I'm like, I wish that they kind of change that and kind of, like, show a little bit of his, you know, progress.
Dude, I totally feel you. Especially, like, we got Gigi, who's, like, 15. We got Okarun, who's, like, 15. These guys are ripped. How many other, you know, Ichigo is 15. My guy's, like, 6'4" and chiseled. Kafka's, like, in early 30s. Like, he should be in pretty decent shape. Like, I man, some respect for the old folks out here.
I mean, there's some old folks that are pretty fucking shredded in other universes. Jiraiya, I don't remember when Jiraiya first took his shirt off, when Naruto kind of fucking...
No, he gets no credit for that. My man was chiseled. You're right. Jiraiya's in really good shape.
Dude, because Jiraiya always had, like, all those clothes on. I think he's kind of like a, you know, big old man. But then it shows that scene where he's, like, where they're, like, he's only been hurt twice in his life. One, where he's trying to sneak on, what's-her-face in the bath, where he tried to, like, watch it.
Yeah,
and he's like, yup, she broke a couple of my ribs, you know, a bunch of this and that. And he's like, the second time was when Naruto lost control during training, and he, like, takes off his shirt, and he's got the massive fucking scar, but bro is fucking jacked. And it's like, dude, where the fuck did this come from? I thought you're kind of like husky, a little fluffy. You know what I mean? I didn't think you were like built like, where are you hiding that? So like, I'm not saying Kafka should be like that. You know what I mean? But you know, at least let him have a little something. You know?
Let me get some, you know, some abs. He's been putting in the work. You know, some pecs. When that man gets stout. You know? Kafka's a big dude.
Maybe we'll see that this season, but this season I think it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be a lot of, like, the younger guys aura farming. I think it's a lot of Squad 1 just popping the fuck up. Shinamiya, too, also kind of got that rivalry going with that other chick. We don't know her name yet. She's got, like, the minigun. I think she's so sick. I want to know more about her. I want to get introduced to her more and, like, see more of her. But I love how she was, like, the ant was behind her. Shinamiya, like, was, like, killed him. Was like, yo, you should like really have your guard up. I thought you were good. And she's like, you're a bitch. I'm gonna love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I love that. I love how she like took it in a way where she's like, fuck you, but like we're gonna get along and we're gonna have a lot of fun, instead of being like, no, I hate you now. You know, because you kind of, you know, made me embarrassed a little bit. I love that. I feel like those two are gonna have such good energy and like reactions or like, interactions throughout the season. It's gonna be so fucking good. I hope we see everybody else though, because you know it was just Kafka and Shinamiya that went to Team 1. Like, I want to see everybody else again, too, as well. I think maybe we'll kind of touch back with them, you know, after the whole ant thing situated. But, like, I mean, so far, great season. I'm loving the first 2 eps.
Dude, hell yeah. I think we've kind of established, like, Kaiju number 9 is probably our main villain. You know, he's back from season 1. I think we'll spend a lot more time with the other characters, more so than Kafka, and, like, probably get some training. We'll definitely see Iharu and, like, the other guys from the original squad. I'm sure that they'll kind of like, maybe get a couple episodes or like a little mini arc type thing in this season. But we'll definitely get more time with Squad 1 and kind of like the build up to Narumi kind of being, the Squad 1 leader. I would imagine will be also like a big focal point, maybe more so than like Kaiju 8 and Kafka, like, a training arc or something like that.
Yeah, bro. Like Narumi, I gotta be honest. I fucking love that guy more and more each and every episode. I think he's so goddamn funny, and then also so like he's so like black and white in that way. Where like when he's off duty, like he's just an absolute fucking clown. Like asking like, Shinomiya, someone who's like pretty much a kid, like your newest subordinate, the daughter of like the fucking commander of the entire thing, and you're like, hey, can I have some money? Like, brother, for more anime figures? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this guy's so goddamn degenerate, it's actually insane. And then to then turn around.
Shameless.
Yeah, for real. And then to just turn around and then just aura farm whenever there's a call. Just flip the hair back, just look badass, and like, I don't give a fuck about strength, and then just kill everything in one shot. Like, bro, I still can't get over that scene where he's just, like, posted up, kind of crouching on his weapon on top of the dead kaiju, and it has, like, pan. Like, bro, that is, like, one of, like, the coolest things in Kaiju 8 so far. I absolutely love it. It's in my head so rent-free. It's just so sick. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's hysterical.
The Rumi's phenomenal, dude. From literally begging for money the day you get paid from, like, a younger cadet or like classmate, whatever you want to call it, to like immediately getting the call, like hitting the cape, it's like flowing. He's like leading the whole squad out. It was like, damn, he flipped the switch real quick there. That was badass. Yeah, I love this guy.
Bro, you'd think he would be like the main character, the way he like gets suited up, and then the kind of like that freeze frame where he's like looking real serious, and everyone's like behind him, locked and loaded, ready to go. Like, yeah, lead us into battle, sir. Like, let's do this.
So sick.
Bro, I absolutely love the guy. It's so goddamn funny. But Kaiju 8 was fucking shit up this week. It was just really entertaining, absolutely awesome, incredible moments. Dandadan had an incredible moment between Ken and Momo. Absolutely loved it. Okarun, bro, I was just like, it's just in the feels where she like kind of pulls him out, and like he gets all embarrassed because like he kind of like falls in her chest, but he's like, oh my god, but then she just kind of hugs him. It's like, dude, like I thought I was gonna leave you there, like you said to like come rescue you, and like she couldn't, but like she did though. I don't think she was giving herself enough credit. It came close, but she did save him in the end. You know what I mean? I thought that moment though was so adorable and like captures their friendship.
Dude, just amazing. And my only complaint was my man Ken stood like this the whole time he was getting hugged, bro. She's happy you're alive. Like, embrace the moment, literally. But yeah, super sweet moment. That was really cool. And Momo didn't give herself enough credit. I thought she fought incredibly quickly.
Yes.
She had a brilliant plan right from the rip, and then adapted to picking up the worm and using all the slime.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Momo is really sharp. Like, she definitely didn't give herself enough credit, because without her, like, going back up to the surface, things probably end a lot differently.
Yeah, like she was able to like, what was it? It wasn't like a riddle, but it was kind of like the fairy tale that everyone talks about, about like the serpent, the volcano, and she ended up figuring out like, wait, hot springs, and then grabs the earthworm, uses it as a fucking hose, and then uses it to like tame back the fires and the lava. It's like, yo, that was genius. And then I was really worried because then you see the hole is just covered in lava, and you're like, where the fuck that come from? But then ends up going and saving him. It's like, yeah, like that was really quick thinking, very intelligent, very smart. Like Momo popped off here. But yeah, Ken just sitting there with his arms up. It's like, bro, it reminded me of that scene from season 1 where he went to go leave. I think he was kind of getting like, in his feels a little butthurt. I forget about what. But he ends up leaving, and she's just like, hey man, like, you didn't say it. Like, usually we take turns. Like, see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of moment.
Yes.
Bro, that always kind of hits. I feel like, I don't know, Okarun, he's got to realize that, like, she actually, like, cares about him and values him. It's always her that kind of brings up that, like, hey man, like, you mean a lot to me. And he just, like, is a little too slow to pick up on it, you know what I mean? Because he's not used to having friends, So, I don't know. I feel like that was, like, one of those moments that you just, like, really enjoy, and it just shows how much Momo, like, really does care about him, and it's like, Dandadan can be sweet as well. It can be wholesome as fuck.
Dude, so true. I would like to see him kind of lean into that a little bit and, like, grow a little more emotionally, because, like, not only they together pretty much every day, like, inside and outside of school, they've been through some shit, dude. They've been through some crazy battles. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're pretty tight at this moment. And even the whole thing with Ira and Acrobatic Silky, that would be enough. Like, all right, we're family after that. That was fucking sad.
Yeah, like, dude, like, when you think about it, when you really think about it, they have been through a fuckload. Like, how many spirits and aliens have they fought off? Near-death experiences? Like, it's actually kind of insane.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, you could definitely tell the feelings are there, but another thing I really loved was the comeback from Taro, the Mantis Man, and Granny. That was honestly incredible writing because like them reusing Taro and the Mantis Man I thought was like really cool instead of just bringing two random characters in or like
Yes.
having it just be Granny. I was like, yo, this is well done. I was very impressed.
And the way they did it was awesome because like the Mantis Man comes back, right? And you're like, oh my god! Because at first I was like, wait, who is that? Why did it look so familiar? I'm like, holy fuck, it's him, and right? And then his kid was there because this whole arc was about like trying to help save his kid, and it was about milk. His I think their blood is like milk, and he needed blood transfusions, and it was very expensive. I'm like, brother, like we got like milk here, and they gave him a cow, and it was that like very iconic, you know, UFO picking up a cow type of shit, right? And it was like an awesome arc. So the fact that we ended up meeting his son, you know what I mean? I'm like, that was like really really cool to kind of add on to that little storyline we had. But then that was awesome how you know Granny just kind of pulls up, like her entrance was fucking awesome. The way she's like coming down, she's like, you cheap fucks need an elevator. Like, are you kidding me? We don't have one.
Yeah.
I was like, Granny, let's go. Bro, Grandma's finally showed up. We listened to that last podcast app. Like, bro, Granny needs to show up. When's she gonna make her entrance? And she did.
Dude, in spectacular fashion. And she held her own against Gigi, dude. She was going toe to toe and like did a really good job. Which I think we all kind of suspected that Granny Seiko was like pretty strong and she like knows Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
So like definitely some mystery there, but yeah, she was holding her own and I mean she was definitely trying, but we still didn't see her do anything than just like martial arts or like combat with the baseball bat. Like I think Granny Seiko's a sleeper, not so much anymore, but yeah, she definitely had a sick entrance.
If I remember correctly, she actually couldn't do anything. So remember what she said? Her powers come from her area. And I'm pretty sure she said
Ooh,
Gigi's house is outside of her area. So she doesn't have jurisdiction to use any powers. She doesn't have any contracts with anything in that area to get, you know, powers. So that's why I think we didn't see too much except for like the talisman. And I feel like they can be used anywhere. But it also just shows her battle IQ. She's fucking brilliant. Very experienced, very smart. I mean, the whole thing with, like, the, you know, the science stats. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. The fucking biology thing. Dude, using that to, like, capture Gigi, I feel like was just absolutely incredible and so unbelievably smart. Like, I was just like, yo, are they actually about to trap him like that? And they did. I was like, dude, that's fucking incredible. Like, that's so cool. I absolutely love that. I cannot believe that they were able to capture him.
And like a perfect like plot device. It didn't feel like forced or like out of the blue or anything. I thought it was a perfect way to use those two side characters. And you're right. I was super hyped to meet Mantis Man's kid, like or Taro's kid. Like all that stuff was really, really good. Like bringing back some of these like side quests, if you will, to like affect the main plot and bail Momo out of like a really hairy situation. Super, super well done.
It was really, really good. I thought it was a great episode. I was like, dude, we're back. And we were even saying like last episode, like, dude, how you gonna handle like a volcano erupting? They did that really well. And now we have the whole season open. You know what I mean? Everything was kind of like wrapped up, you know, at this little area at Gigi's house, which means that we have so much more that we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into a little storyline and a new little arc, which I'm really, really excited to. I feel like there's a lot of mystery and a lot of excitement coming up. It's like, dude, Christmas is next week. You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna get? What's gonna be under the tree? And I'm all for it.
Dude, heck yeah. I think we'll have a little bit of fallout with like Gigi and the whole like evil eye thing. I'm kind of assuming it'll fall in line with like Ira and with Ken, you know, that'll kind of be his abilities moving forward, which I think is sick because he's obviously super strong. But that'll kind of set us up. Now we got like a pretty solid cast. Like there's a pretty powerful group, you know, at the center of it. So I'm interested to see kind of what they break and do next. Will it be like, you know, stuff with the aliens? Are they going to stick with the spirits? Like there's a lot that they can play around with. And yeah, like you said, the season's open. They can pretty much go wherever.
Yeah, and I do think that, like you said, they will kind of stick with the Gigi situation again. It's not like Gigi's gone his control back, you know what I mean? Like, the evil eye still has complete and total control over him, so I feel like they're gonna have to deal with that first, but I feel like that's gonna be awesome, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's gonna be, like, really, really cool, and I'm excited to see where that goes, and I feel like it's gonna be a good season. I feel like Dandadan is gonna be popping this season. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, we have so many animes that are absolutely popping off and great. It's funny, whenever you say, like, Taro, I always think of Sakamoto.
I know, it's like there's so many like double names from different animes and stuff. Like you said Nanami, and I'm immediately like, oh god, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like
that's what it was. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Dude, instantly,
Same
like
thing.
some names are just synonymous with certain stuff.
Dude, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, but they'll like, I don't know, bro. It's tough. It's awesome. It's peak. It's incredible. The season is absolutely insane. Like, there's so many that are just so good. I cannot wait next week. We're going to talk about Togenanki. That had a really good episode this week, I feel like, as well. And next week is going to be amazing, too. Like, we brought up last week that, like, bro, they're like Squad 7. I mean, they proved that so much this episode. So I cannot wait to see how that gets resolved next week. That's going to be really fun to get into. But, I mean, like, each and every week, there's so many animes where it's like, dude, you can't wait for it. Like, it is just so good, so exciting, and it just hits so hard. So we are eating so unbelievably well. I hope you guys are enjoying. Is there anything else you want to say about anime so far this week? I mean, other than it was fucking insane.
Yeah, just another perfect week.
Yeah.
Another amazing week ahead of us with a lot of like situations unfolding and kind of like coming to a close, which sets us up for whatever's next, the second half well, kind of almost the second half for a lot of these animes. Some are a little early still, like just so much going on. Yeah, Togenanki looks really sick. I definitely feel the Squad 7 vibes, especially after this episode.
Yeah.
So like I'm really excited to see how that plays out. And kind of looking at the cover art, like how are some of the other characters, like what are their powers and how are they involved? But it's gonna be tough to beat a dude who's like using his blood to make like crazy guns and stuff. I love it. And I saw people kind of hating on it, like, oh, it feels generic or whatever. It's like, I don't know. I disagree. I feel like Togenanki's kind of fresh and like you don't really see, the whole demon blood thing, sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've done a good job. They get right into like this school classroom setting. And now they're, we got a little forced to death action. As an old head anime fan, I think it's awesome. It hits a lot of like cool points, but still feels fresh and original.
I also like just think that the sleepers, like the lower key animes, are just really good in general. Togenanki has been fucking awesome. It's something I'm really, really excited to watch. I mean, like I said, too, Secrets of the Silent Witch has been nothing but phenomenal as well. Like that's been insane. That's been like so good. My Dress Up Darling, okay, that this week,
really good.
Gojo finally got his flowers, bro. Finally getting recognition from the class, getting appreciation. Then like looking up to him, like bro. It actually was like such a good episode, but like, dude, just everything. Fragrant Flowers, like, there's so many good animes this week. I mean, not this week, this season. I feel like if anyone's just hating, they're just gonna hate. You're gonna get that regardless. You know what I mean? There's so many times we made videos and be like, "Yo, this season's fucking incredible." And people are like, "Dude, I was thinking about giving up on the anime. I thought I wasn't into anime anymore because I was so bored of it." It's like, bro, like some people are just gonna bitch and just hate. Dude, there's so many great stuff. It's hard not to find something that you're gonna like this season. So I think that it is absolutely incredible. Hope you guys do too. Let us know in the comments down below. What are you enjoying so far? What has been your favorite? Honestly, they're all just incredible. So see you guys next week. Hope you have a good week. And peace.